world that screams for attention, where every achievement is measured in followers and every effort seeks immediate validation. How many are truly willing to work in silence? How many are ready to plant seeds without knowing when, or even if, they will reap the rewards? Today, December 26th, is a day many see as a bridge between the chaos of the holidays. A day to rest, to let go. But you're not here for that. You're here because something inside you knows this is the perfect moment to build something lasting. Something no one else can see, but you know it's there. Great transformations, the ones that truly make a difference, don't happen under the stage lights. They happen in the loneliest hours, in those moments when you're face to face with yourself. Because what you build in those moments, far from the world's gaze, is what defines who you are when you finally step into the light. Think of the samurai. Nani. For centuries, these warriors perfected every movement of their craft. A life devoted to practice, to absolute control of their body and mind. There were no spectators to applaud their efforts. Their training wasn't broadcast live, nor was it discussed in forums. And yet, every stroke of the sword, every meticulous repetition, was an act of complete dedication. Every solitary practice was a promise. When the moment comes, I will be ready. The samurai knew that battle would not allow time for improvisation. Their technique, honed in solitude, would decide their fate in combat. Each training session was more than physical. It was an internal struggle, a constant reminder that discipline, even when it seems futile, is the path to mastery. In their world, as in ours, it wasn't the strongest who survived, but the most consistent, the most dedicated, the one who prepared when no one else was watching. Maybe you don't train with a sword. Maybe you don't live in a remote dojo or practice katas at dawn. But in essence, you're not so different. Your life has its own battles, its own challenges, and every day you strive to be better. Even if no one sees you, you're building something powerful. Perhaps you don't see it now. Perhaps you even doubt whether what you're doing has any value. But listen closely. The effort you put into the invisible is what defines the visible. Those hours of study when others are resting, those workouts when you could be on the couch, those decisions to keep going when you could quit, those are what shape you. You are molding something that, one day, will be impossible to ignore. Because when the moment comes, when life asks you to show who you are, you won't be able to invent an answer on the spot. You'll only be able to show what you've built in silence. Today, no one may see you. The hours you dedicate to work, to learning, or to your personal growth may seem irrelevant to the world. And you might ask yourself, early, why am I doing all this? Who will notice? But you must remember something important. It's not about what others see. It's about what you are building. Because the work you do in the shadows will be your strongest witness in the light. Every drop of sweat, every sacrifice that seems small, every step you take that no one notices is building a legacy. A legacy that one day will be impossible to ignore. Because what seems invisible today will be the foundation of something unbreakable tomorrow. It's not about being perfect. It's not about moving fast. It's about being consistent. About trusting that every effort, no matter how small, has its reward. It doesn't matter if the world doesn't see you now. The most powerful legacy is the one built in the invisible. Because one day, when you look back, you'll realize that what seems insignificant today is, in fact, the foundation of everything you've achieved. No one sees your struggle now, but one day, your work will be your greatest witness. If this message resonates with you, remember, silent work also needs allies. Subscribing to this channel is your first step towards surrounding yourself with ideas that inspire you and push you to become better every day. Join us, and let's keep moving forward.